Live now.
Mhm.
We're live. Go ahead, Devang bhai.
Sure. Thank you. And we have somebody else in the waiting group. Okay, fine. Okay.
Three or four people joined late, yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's fine. I'm just trying to see in YouTube how many people has joined. Like, so 21 people. It shows 21 waiting on the YouTube. If we need to bring them in somewhere like that physically, then
No, it should get updated.
okay, perfect. Okay.
There's a 30-second delay there.
Okay, got it. Okay. 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 Thank you. Thank you everyone for joining. This is a first time we are doing this Meet the Candidate event. But to start the event, first I would like to invite Kirit Bhai to do the to Naukar, and then we can at least start our event. Kirit Bhai Mehta, if you can please.
JCNJ. Om Namo Arihantanam. Om Namo Sitanam. Om Namo Ayariyanam. Om Namo Vachayanam. Namo Nui Saunam. Eso Panchanamukaro. Sava Pava Anasam. Mangalancha Savesi. Padamam Havai Mangalam. Padamam Havai Mangalam. Jai Jinendra.
Jai Jinendra. Thank you, Kirit Bhai. So again, everyone, thank you for joining the call. First, I would like to introduce our team like that. So election board, we consist of 5 people. Myself, my name is Devang Shah. I'm chairing the election board this year. We have Nitesh Bhai Javeri, who is our secretary for election board. And we have Kirit Bhai, Milab Bhai, and Suresh Bhai Wadar. So these are our the election board of 5 people. For today's event, myself and Kirit Bhai will be the moderating this event. We have some questions by many people, or we want to let everyone be aware of how our software will work. Election software works like that, and how anonymous it is, and all these things. So those details will be provided by Nitesh Bhai, and our things are like there will be question and answer at the end of our presentation. So those question and answer will be compiled. Whatever everyone can put their question on the YouTube chat. And Suresh Bhai and Milab Bhai will be compiling those questions at the end of it, like that we can ask those questions to the candidates. So this is how our meeting is, this event is today. So first thing I would like to say something a little bit about the election process. So election process, we are utilizing industry generic software. It's called Election Runner. And there are many organizations uses this software. We have used it already for past 2 or 3 years like that. So we are very much aware of its capability and how good it is like that. So and we are very happy with so far all the details we are all the features it has like that. So an election runner, because it's used by many organizations, it's industry standard. They've made sure that it's like everything remains anonymous like that. So anybody votes for anybody, nobody will be able to see it like that kind of thing. Not even we, not anyone in future like that who has admin power or anything like that. They will never be able to see that who voted for whom. So biggest thing is we wanted it to be transparent, and we wanted it to be completely anonymous. People should not feel that, because we all are part of the same thing. We don't want any kind of that, hey, I voted for you or not, like that kind of thing like that. So that's for something for sure. Another things like that for people who are receiving the emails or anything like that on the election from election runner, all the emails to us is provided by the Jain Center JCNJ membership team. So this membership team does go through the whole process of that which member and what is the email address provided to us. If somebody needs any kind of update, they will have reach out to the membership team that okay, their email address has changed or things like that. They will send it to us, and during the the election is going on also, we can if we receive the address that there's a change and we see that it's already not voted like that, then we can change the address like that for those things. So those things are there, but I won't take too much more. I want Nitesh Bhai to explain the process in a little bit more in detail. Thank you, Nitesh Bhai.
Sure, Judge General. So election software, the way it works basically is that we have everything set up in election. We have uploaded all the candidate profiles, their pictures, and what position they are running for. And it has a voting option. So when you get an email, you will see it. The way it will work is that election starts tomorrow at 5 p.m. So November 21st at 5 p.m. And it will be open till December 7th, 5 p.m. You will receive an email from the election runner asking you to, with a link for voting, so that you can click on that link and it will take you into the election runner, and you'll be able to see all the profile. And I'm not sure how many of you guys have seen previous election, but it will basically show you profiles. It will have a link to all the candidate profiles, so you can open up a PDF file if you want to see on computer, so you can read that in details, and then you can vote. One important thing is that you can only vote once. Once you cast your vote, you will not be able to go back and vote it again. So that's the one thing. Also, the process is totally anonymous, meaning that we or no one will know that who you have voted for, or even in future, you cannot find out that information. So it's going to be totally anonymous. From email point of view, email will go to the registered email with the JCNJ. So if you have only one email address with the JCNJ, then on that email address, you will receive two links, one for you and one for your spouse. If you do not have any email registered with JCNJ, then please reach out to membership email and get that your email address updated. Let's see, that's all I can think of. Yeah. And if you have any question, you can always talk about that in the end of this presentation.
Yeah. So thank you, Nitesh Bhai. Nitesh Bhai, I just wanted to make sure that everyone knows that if it's a family membership, you get two votes like that, and each email would talk about that this vote is for you, and let's say there's only one email address with us, then it will say that this one is for myself, let's say for myself, Devangsha. The other one will email itself will say that the other one is for my spouse name, kind of thing like that. So that's how the email will go to everyone. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, okay. So I think good like that. Now, just another one like that, just wanted to bring it out that this order, today all the candidates will be presenting, at least whoever has agreed that they will be present, available over here. So this order we have generated is by computer, and it's all randomized. So we don't want any let computer decide which order they will come in. So we have already shared it with the candidates that what order they will be coming in. So it's not like that is starting with A or B or anything like that. It's just the order is generated by the computer, where first all the people who are running for either officers or trustee positions, they will be there, followed by all the OMC members. But those orders are generated by computer. Over here, once the candidates presents like that, then afterwards we will have the question and answer. So it's not like in between any candidate there will be question and answer. It will be once all the presentation, let it get over, and then we will go with the question and answer. So without going too much further like that, I just wanted to make sure that we have covered everything. Kirit Bhai, is there anything else we need to cover over here like that?
No. We have covered everything. We can start.
Okay, perfect.
Devang Bhai.
Yeah.
You can add one more thing that, only you have one chance to vote, there is no repeat, that's only one email, one voting, that's only required.
That's correct. Yeah. No, Nitesh Bhai did talk about it. And once you vote, you cannot re-vote, or you cannot change it like that. So Nitesh Bhai, thanks like that he covered like that. So there will only one email per vote like that. So
I think
great.
election runner will, when you cast your vote, it will ask you that, are you sure you want to vote for this or something like that? And once you confirm that, then that way you will lock your vote. And otherwise, you can always cancel out that and go back and re-vote again.
Yeah, thank you. And Nitesh Bhai, I know that we have given enough days like that. So in case somebody has not voted like that, we can send out reminder like that. So that election runner has the option like that to send out those things.
Yes.
So there is, election is running up to 7 December, though it's going to start from tomorrow. It's going to run up to 7 December. In between, you haven't voted like that, you will get a notification that, you still are pending like that. So depending on your whatever email address we have received from membership desk, you will get your notification and re-notification if you're not voted yet. So that's what it is like.
Just one more thing, just before reaching out to us, if you have not received the email, please check your junk folder or something. Because sometimes email goes automatically into a junk folder or spam folder. So make sure you check those folders before you reach out to us for not receiving the email.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that was another very good point like that. Yeah, thank you. So now we'll start with the first person like over here. So Rajul Ben would be the in the presentation. And Rajul Ben, once you are done, I know Kunal Bhai is the next one like this. So Kunal Bhai, be ready once Rajul Ben is over like that. We're not gonna come in between, and you guys can start. So Nitesh Bhai, if you can put focus on Rajul Ben. Perfect. Thank you. Rajul Ben, you'll have to unmute yourself.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah.
Pranam JCNJ. My name is Rajul Shah. I live in Somerset, town of Somerset, very next to the Derasar, and I'm contesting for a trustee position. As a trustee, my first and foremost duty is the fiduciary and financial duties, and I will ensure that each dollar, Jain Sangh's dollar, is spent on the properly on the maintenance and improvement of all the Jain Sanghs, both Jinalays first of all, and any project that really needs attention should be given its attention. Especially I'm talking about the sinkhole that is a big problem at Parsnath Jinalay, and has been put on back burner for a while. And I definitely want to tell you all that it is very urgent, and I will work right away. If given a chance and opportunity, I'll work right away on solving that problem. As one of the main pillars of Jainism, our Gnan Bhandar is very, very important, and I will make sure that it is properly managed, and we will invite various speakers, as it has been in the bylaws that we should invite a lot of speakers to enhance this project and to support this effort. As a Pathshala teacher, I would like to have more students, our future generation, to volunteer and get engaged with the Sangh on various committees, not just one committee or one or the other, but various committees, and to learn the sutras with its meanings so that they get the bhav when they are reciting the sutras. I would like to do a new project called Welcome Committee. And this is very important because whenever our Sangh goes to another Derasa, we are welcomed with such a warm heart and beautifully with the music and a lot of people around. We are not quite there. We are lacking that. And I would definitely like to work on that and form a committee where a lot of people are engaged. I'm very open and supportive of any activity such as major frequent events as suggested by the general body. I have a can-do attitude, and I know that I can get work done. I have helped the library set up for last almost year and a half. This had been pending since 2012, So I have been able to accomplish that. So with that, thank you again, everybody. Thanks for listening to me. JCNJ.
Thank you, Raju-ben, JCNJ. One moment, Kunal bhai, you are next. I'm putting focus on you. Not able to see Kunal for some reason. Oh, there.
JCNJ, I want to thank the election board for putting this forum together. Trying to share your thoughts and ideas in less than 100 words can leave a lot out. And this opportunity will hopefully provide all the nominees a chance to better describe who they are and what they are about. So as Devang mentioned, my name is Kunal Shah, and I'm running for VP for the upcoming term. I've been connected with JCNJ since the very start of the temple. I grew up with the temple, and I've seen the Sangh grow leaps and bounds from the time that I was an infant to where we are today. And we're essentially one of the largest Sanghs outside of India. And I've been in and around Jain volunteering opportunities for a long time. It started out back in 2002 when I was on the committee when we did the first YGA convention in New Jersey, Jaina convention in New Jersey, as well as I helped out during the Franklin Pratishta as well. So I've been in and around Jainism for a long time. What made me decide to join the governing body back 4 years ago is really tied to when my life took a transition in a good way. So my wife and I had 2 boys. They were getting of the age where they were going to be in Parshala. And religion is very important to us both, as well as our whole family. And we wanted to ensure we could instill those values in them and make sure that they're comfortable in an environment where we can foster that. So I joined the OMC. I led the communication team. We improved the email platform. So we were having some issues on emails not being received. We improved that process by moving to a new platform. The bigger success we saw is that when we introduced new methods of reaching the Sangh, whether it be Facebook or WhatsApp, the engagement from the Sangh is tremendously high. You know the saying, go where the people are, and everyone is on WhatsApp and Facebook. So that was a great success. Another feather that I think our Sangh can be proud of is that we are able to now get recognized by the US Presidential Service Award Committee. So the hours that our kids work, or actually anybody works a volunteer at our data center, we can recognize them with the nationally recognized award. So that's something that we should all be proud of. And I'm happy to be a part of that process. In addition, after OMC, I became secretary and then major events and then Bharatiya Pratishta. So we learned a lot. Doing that large project like that, I was able to learn a lot that will help us for our future. I see there's a lot more work that we can do. I know I'm running up against time. So I do ask everybody, please visit kunalshah.com, where I have a short video that explains a little bit more about my vision for now.
Thank you, Kunal bhai. Poro bhai, you are next.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, the election committee, for giving us the platform. I won't go much into detail about introducing myself. Most of you know me. My name is Pauro Vora. I have been a past president, secretary, joint secretary, and current trustee. Most importantly, what I get pleasure is doing being a Pathshala teacher for the last 20 years, and that's my passion there. Apart from that, I have been involved in everything for many years. I've been a member in JCNJ from 1990 onwards. And I have a Gardera sir with Anjan Salaka Adeshwar Bhagwan at home. So I strongly believe in the values of Jainism and things like that. Most importantly, my goal is very clear here. I just wanted to thank all the past treasurers who have been with us, starting from Anil Bhai to Champa Ben lately, who has done a tremendous job on this. They have streamlined a lot of work, but there's a lot of work as a treasurer. That's the most ardent and strenuous job in Jain Center. Starting from bookkeeping, incoming donations, membership dues, I can just rattle off like expense reimbursement, vendor management, salary management, banking, compliance, auditing, budgeting, taxation, donation, matching. I mean, Champaben literally puts 4 to 5 hours of job of work every day, which is like tremendous work, and I really appreciate it. But that's not a cup of tea for everyone. My whole goal and vision is to make this streamlined and make it just take it further up, so that the next treasurer who comes is not daunted with this task and makes life easier for them. That's all I want to do here. Thank you.
Thank you, Paurav Bhai. Purvi Ben, you are next.
Pranam JCNJ. Thank you for having me here today as the nominee for the upcoming election. My name is Purvi Shah, and I'm running for a trustee position at JCNJ. My father-in-law was Niranjan Shah, and he was the creator of Angi at Gadwal Derasar. I enjoy being part of Derasar community at Gadwal and Franklin very much. The quiet and peaceful atmosphere impacts your whole life in many different ways. The positive energy that our Derasar imparts changes in our perspective on life and family. That is the reason I personally enjoy giving my time and volunteering at Derasar. Some of you might have already known me as current OMC major events, and also from 24 Bhakti Pratista decoration lead. I brought my vision of beauty and love for Bhagwan to all the events at JCNJ. I have volunteered in numerous areas in Derasar. To name 2, Angi and Ambeloli. I am here to ask for your vote and support today for me as your trustee. I would like to make a difference for the young generation to participate in our Derasar's activities. As a trustee, I would like to voice support for much needed changes in our Derasar, such as deep cleaning, organization, and more Sangh involvement. In conclusion, Derasar is for everyone, and we should strive for more participation by our Sangh members. JCNJ, and thank you for your time.
Thank you, Purvi Ben.
Pranam, JCNJ. My name is Nirud Saveri, a presidential candidate for JCNJ for next term. Let me tell about myself. I live out of Franklin Park with my princess Kanvi Zaveri, with my wife Vaibhavi Zaveri, and my parents Karthik Zaveri and Josna Zaveri. I would like to talk quickly about my volunteer work as well as the seva towards the Jainism and our JCNJ. When I was a baby, I was grown and raised in India. And throughout my career, I was definitely a student in the Pathshala. At the same time, I was tremendous involved into Jivdaya work as well as Sadharmik Bhakti and many various activities to do with Vihar as well as to do with various aspects of giving back to the community. When it came to US, I started my career at North Bergen, New Jersey. And in 2006, I started having my rituals at Karwal Chinale. Between 2006 to 2012, I've been very engaged at the Karwal Chinale. Sanat Dada was instrumental in helping me and directing me through some of the rituals, which I was not aware of it. I was just visiting Karwal Chinale for the rituals and the big events to joining for the ceremonies. Now, while continuing my passion as a volunteer and seva for Jainism, and my goal is I want to make Jainism as a global motion and people to recognize Jainism. So with that, I've been engaged since Pratista into 2012 into Franklin Township Chinale. I've been doing various activities and participated into different committees till the date. 2019, 2020, I joined as an OMC, and where I led major events along with Kunal Bhai. And we did some good stuff, and we tried to bring in the youth into the JCNJ. Now, 2021, 2022, currently I'm working as a vice president. And during my journey, few of the feathers which we had, right? I was fortunate enough to having a co-lead for 24 Bautit Batista. I was also fortunate, and this is something very grateful for JCNJ. And this was something JCNJ is being recognized globally is one of the first ever international Chaitya Party what we hosted to UK and Belgium. Along with that, also doing various different activities with the Jain Alert Group, where we are engaging the youth and helping the youth to settling them down who are coming from the India and abroad to US. Now, what do I want to do as a future, right? One of the first priority which I'm having is, yes, I want to echo for many of my colleagues today and many of the Southern here. I have seen a pain which our Southern are feeling right now, and the perception which they are having about the Parshvanath Jinalai's sinkhole. I'm working, and I have started working and speaking with many of the architects in our Sangh itself, and talking to them to learn a little bit more about the issue. And we'll be focusing on it right away to executing it and getting it fixed. At the same time, yes, Corwell Chinale now require bigger facility with a bigger running mandap, as well as Patshara rooms, dining hall, and at least 100 car parking. So we can facilitate all the Sadhar mix, and they could also come for the Prabhu Bhakti as well as for Patshara events. So that is my important and first priority. At the same time, I want to focus on also Run Mukti Abhiyan, where I want to make sure our debt for our Devdravya has to be fulfilled at earliest possible. Also, I want to do youth engagement programs. I want to provide a platform to youth and as well as senior citizens, right? So yes, there was a topic in the morning, but at the same time, this is something I want to do for quite some time, but I could not do it. But now I have an opportunity. So I would like to bring that forward, and I'd like to do something for our youth as well as for our senior citizens. At the same time, I also want to focus on professional networking and development activities where I want to give a platform, innovative and creative platform to our business folks, our IT folks, our small business folks, and we want to bring everybody together to share their overall concept together. And finally,
Nipul bhai, Nirud bhai, sorry, thank
sorry,
you, but
Mitchell,
like
thank you.
we'll have to give to the
No
next
problem.
one. Yeah,
No problem. Thank you.
Babu bhai, you are next. If you can unmute yourself and turn on your video, please. Babu bhai. I think while Babu bhai is not available, we will go with the next person. That is Jignesh bhai. Jignesh bhai, if you can.
Yep. Hello everyone. Pranam and JCNJ. My name is Jignesh Kothari, and I have filled the nomination to provide my seva as the Joint Secretary of JCNJ of New Jersey. And with the blessings of our Sudev and Suguru, I have been elected uncontested to provide my seva as Joint Secretary of JCNJ. Before I start, I would like to thank Election Board for arranging this meeting. It really gives an opportunity to all the candidates, whether they are contesting or they have been elected uncontested, to present themselves to the Sangh so that the Sangh members are aware who are the members of the new governing body. I live in Parsippany, and my wife is Payal Kothari, and I am blessed with two wonderful kids, Yasvi Kothari and Dhruv Kothari. Very proud of them. I have been a member of Jain Center since I think 2009 or 10, And since then, I have been providing my services or seva to Jain Center in various roles. I started my first seva to the Jain Center as developing the website for Caldwell Pathshala. And since then, I have been involved in many different activities. Currently, I am one of the Pathshala admins for Caldwell Pathshala. I am also part of a very proud member of Arihan Bhakti Group, which performs bhavnas and various pujans in both our Jinalayas and houses of the Sadar mix throughout the Sangh. I play dole, I sing Savan, and I'm also involved in managing or leading the team which is managing the lunch for the Caldwell Pathshala families before every Pathshala at Parsana Jinala. In terms of my educational background, I would like to say I am a qualified company secretary. And before I moved my career to IT, I have worked in that field for almost 8 to 10 years. I have managed hundreds of board meetings and annual general meetings of the companies. And I have a lot of experience with the secretarial work. And that's the reason I'm running for the joint secretary. And I have tremendous background in the legal matters in India, not in US. But in 2009, I switched my career as an IT professional. Today, I work as a senior software architect for a Fortune 500 company. Now, my vision is like to make sure that we do we look into the challenges we have for the Parsana Jinale. That is my first priority. I want to make sure we do the Anjan Salaka Pratimaji, we move our Parsana Jinale to a new facility, and we provide our own building for the Pathshala and other facilities, including a big parking lot. That would be my first priority. And second, I want to revamp the IT infrastructure of Jain Center. I was involved with the design and development of the main website for the Chovis Bhautis Pratishta and also the past Pratishta in 2012, the Caldwell Pathshala. And I have tremendous expertise in that field, and I want to involve or make use of IT wherever I can to improve the overall IT infrastructure, whether it's the finance or the membership or the volunteering. We need better system. I have a vision to develop Android and iOS apps for Jain Center and make all the things or as many things as possible automated and take it online. That is my second priority. And third priority is—
And thank you, Jignesh bhai. I think we are time up. Sorry. Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Pranam, JCNJ. Hope you guys can hear me well. I am Humir Shah, your presidential candidate for the election 2023. I think I will try to use Gujarati and English both, so that way, I can try to address both the audience. I think I will try to keep my introduction short because many of you know me, and who doesn't know me, I've been involved with the Sangh from 2012 ની પ્રતિષ્ઠાથી હું સંઘ જોડે જોડાયેલો છું. એ સંઘમાં જ્યારે હું જોડાયો ત્યારે મને બહુ મોટી એક ઓપોર્ચ્યુનિટી મળી હતી કે મને દાદાના અષ્ટપ્રકારી પૂજાનો દરરોજનો લાભ મળ્યો હતો અને એ લાભ મેં અત્યાર સુધી કન્ટિન્યુ કર્યો છે. So that's basically what I have done in for the last 10 years, and I will continue doing that. think બધાએ તમે સાંભળી બધા કેન્ડિડેટનું અને બધા કેન્ડિડેટે એક વસ્તુ કીધી કે આપણે ડેફિનેટલી આપણે પાર્સોનલ જિનાલયને સુધારવાની કે મોટું કરવાની જરૂર છે. પણ મારો વ્યૂ એમ છે કે યસ ઇટ ઇઝ ઇમ્પોર્ટન્ટ કે આપણે એક કરીએ, બટ અપાર્ટ ફ્રોમ દેટ ઇટ ઇઝ ઓલ્સો ઇમ્પોર્ટન્ટ કે આપણી જે એક્ઝિસ્ટિંગ પાર્સોનલ જિનાલયની ફેસિલિટી છે વી ઓલ્સો નીડ ટુ મેન્ટેન દેટ ફેસિલિટી ટિલ વી મૂવ આવરસેલ્ફ, બીકોઝ moving out from this location to another location is going to take its own sweet time. અને એ કરવા માટે આપણે ડેફિનેટલી આપણી જે એક્ઝિસ્ટિંગ ફેસિલિટી છે એને રિસ્ટોર કરવી પડશે અને વી શુડ ડુ દેટ. આપણે આપણા મુનીશ્વર સ્વામી જિનાલયનો ડંખો આખા વિશ્વમાં વાગી રહ્યો છે અને એનાથી આપણા સંઘની ઘણી વૃદ્ધિ થયેલી છે. એ વૃદ્ધિ જે છે એ વૃદ્ધિને આપણે વી નીડ ટુ મેક શ્યોર કે વી આર નોટ ફોરગેટિંગ આર જન્મસ્થળ જે આપણું કાડવેલનું પાર્સોનલ જિનાલય છે એ આપણે એને પણ ધ્યાનમાં રાખીને આપણે જે અહીંયા financially at strengthen thaya છે આપણા સંઘમાં, we try to bring that glory back for the Parshvanath Jinada. Apart from that, મારી જે ભાવતીર્થ પ્રતિષ્ઠા વર્ષે આપણે માની એ ભાવતીર્થ પ્રતિષ્ઠાના હિસાબે there are a lot of projects which has been little bit sidelined or it has been little bit on the slow pace. I want to bring those back to the routine where we need to get that going. Now to get this going, it's going to be a monumental task for 26 members જે આપણા ટીમમાં હશે એ લોકો માટે. So I want to get more involvement from the Sangh for youths and the elders of the Sangh to get them involved into this. And last two things that I want to do something which can be a little different is I want to start something which is more like a pen pal. આપણા ઇન્ડિયામાં એટલા બધા મારા સાહેબો છે કે જે લોકો યુથ જોડે સારી રીતના કનેક્ટ થઈ શકે છે. So I want to start that program where our Pathshala kids can have an opportunity to connect with Mara Sahib in India. So with that, again, this is Mihir Shah. I'm running for a president position, and I hope that you guys give me support. Thank you.
Thank you, Mihir Bhai. So Parag Bhai, just we are putting spotlight.
Sure, thank you. પ્રણામ અને જય જિનેન્દ્ર બધાને. પરાગ ગાંધી મારું નામ છે, પણ સંઘ સેવા એ મારી ઓળખ છે અને હું વાઇસ પ્રેસિડેન્ટની પોઝિશન માટે ઊભો રહ્યો છું. વ્યવસાયે હું આઈટી પ્રોફેશનલ છું. આજની પરિસ્થિતિ સંઘ માટે ઘણી સારી છે, પણ જ્યારે સંઘ નાનો હતો અને આપણું આ જિનાલય બંધાયું પણ નહોતું ત્યારથી સંઘ સેવાનો મને મોકો મળતો હતો. દરેક વોલન્ટિયરિંગ કાર્યમાં હું હૃદયથી જ બધું કામ કરતો હતો ને એમાં ઉત્તરોત્તર પ્રગતિ કરતા સ્વાધ્યાય, રંગમંડપમાં ગભારા રંગમંડપમાં અષ્ટપ્રકારી પૂજા અને ધર્મ અભ્યાસમાં જોડાતો રહ્યો. આમ કરતાં કરતાં સંઘ સેવામાં મારો રસ વધતો રહ્યો. એને હિસાબે 2017 ને 18માં ઓએમસીમાં કામ કરવાનો મને મોકો મળ્યો. મેં મેજર ઇવેન્ટ્સ, કમ્યુનિકેશન અને રિલેશનશિપ ટીમ એ ત્રણેયમાં મેં લીડ લીધેલી અને મેં ઉત્તરોત્તર પ્રગતિ કરીને સંઘ સેવાના સારા કામો કર્યા. હવે એમાં વધારે ઉત્તીર્ણ કહી શકાય એવા કામ કરવા તત્પર થઈને વીપી પોસ્ટ માટે હું અત્યારે ઊભો રહ્યો છું. વર્ષોના એક્સપિરિયન્સ અને લોકોને સાથે રાખીને સંઘ સેવાના કામ કરવાની કાર્યશૈલીમાં હું નિપુણ છું. એટલે જે ટીમ સાથે કામ કરવાનું આવશે એ ટીમને સક્ષમ બનાવી આ સંઘને આગળ લઈ જવાની ઈચ્છા છે. મીરભાઈ કહ્યું એમ કાળવેલ જિનાલયનો નવનિર્માણ કરીને સંઘને અર્પણ કરી શકવાની અમારી ભાવના છે. અત્યારે સંઘ આર્થિક સ્થિતિએ ઘણો બધો સક્ષમ છે, પણ એમાં આજના યુથની એનર્જી અને સિનિયરના એડવાઇસ અને કોન્ફિડન્સ ગાઈડન્સને સાથે રાખીને આ કામ પૂરું કરવાની ઈચ્છા છે અને એ વિઝનમાં બેલેન્સ રાખીને આગળ વધવાની પણ ઈચ્છા છે. સંઘ સેવાએ મને સાચી દિશા અને ધર્મ માર્ગ બતાવ્યો છે. એટલે એ જ આત્મીય બળ અને જીન ધર્મ અનુસાર કરવાની ઈચ્છા અને ભાવના લઈને આપ સૌના સાથ સહકારથી હું આ સંઘને આગળ વધારવા ઈચ્છું છું. થેન્ક યુ વેરી મચ ફોર લિસનિંગ ટુ મી. જય જિનેન્દ્ર.
જય જિનેન્દ્ર. પ્રણામ એવરીવન. મારું નામ ધીરેન શાહ છે. હું ક્લિફ્ટનનો રહેવાસી છું અને મારા પત્નીનું નામ પ્રીતિ શાહ અને મારા બે બાળકનું નામ મહેક શાહ અને આરુષ શાહ છે. આઈ એમ રનિંગ ફોર બોર્ડ ઓફ ટ્રસ્ટી કેન્ડિડેટ્સ અને અત્યારે હું ઓએમસીમાં છું અને બીઇંગ ઇન ઓએમસી મેમ્બર આઈ એમ right now in the committee of audio video committee as well as frequent event committee. તમે બધા મને જોયો જ હશે માઇક લઈને દોડતા ને ભાગતા. So I'm providing heavy assistance in all major events and I also used to manage Swadhyay during the pandemic as well as I am an integral AV team member of Bhautirth Pratishtha. And a frequent event I used to coordinate bi-weekly Swadhyay as well as I was managing Snatra Puja at Parshvanath Jinalay. And most important, I am a lead instrument player, dholak player in our proudly Aryan Bhakti group, which is performing pujas and Bhakti Bhavanas. Ame ghanana gare Bhagwan padharya tyare you might be seeing me a lot. Like if I am I'm running for trustee, and if I run for if I'm selected, I have some few visions. Like first of all, જેમ બધાએ કીધું એમ, help to resolving the challenge we have it in Parshvanath Jinalay, for present Parshvanath Jinalay as well as the new Jinalay. So present ને ઠીક કરી અને નવા પ્રત્યે કેવું કદમ કરવું, એનામાં સૌથી પહેલા કામ કરવું છે, જેથી આપણા ઓલ વડીલો જેમને પાર્કિંગ ઇશ્યુઝ અને લોટ ઓફ ઇશ્યુઝ છે એ આપણે સોલ્વ કરી શકીએ. સેકન્ડ થિંગ, ઇન્ફ્લુઅન્સ યંગર જનરેશન ટુ એક્ટિવલી પાર્ટિસિપેટ. આપણા બધા જ યંગ જનરેશનોને હંમેશા વાય વી આર ડુઈંગ ધીસ, વોટ વી આર ડુઈંગ ધીસ, એ બહુ ક્વેશ્ચન હોય છે. તેથી મારે આપણે એટલા ભાગ્યશાળી છે કે આપણી પાસે ઘણા સ્કોલર્સ સિનિયર સિટીઝન્સ છે, તો આપણે એમનો લાભ લઈ અને આપણા છોકરાઓના વાય ને આન્સર આપી એમને એક્ટિવલી પાર્ટિસિપેટ કરવા છે. Like for example, if we can explain why we do Snatra, what we have to do, and I make sure they will understood, then they come regularly, as well as I gave them an instrument to play, so they will actively participate. બીજું, આપણા સંઘમાં હંમેશા સૌથી મોટો ક્વેશ્ચન હોય છે કે આપણે ઇવેન્ટ ટાઈમ પર ચાલુ કરતા નથી અને ટાઈમ પર પતાવતા નથી. So my main focus going to be is major events start on time and end on time. So everybody happily manage and people will be happy. Second thing, આપણે હંમેશા સર્વસાધારણની યોજના માટે હંમેશા આપણે સર્વસાધારણ માટે મહેનત કરતા હોય છે. I like to introduce couple of yojanas for Sarvasadharan. So we have Sarvasadharan Toto, which is we try to solve like $1 a day or like an auto pay of like $30 every month. So each and every member can participate in that small cause and our problem will be solved. If I'm selected, I will make Sangh vibrant and lively. In the end, I just want to say that સંઘની સેવા કરવી બ્લડમાં છે, અને પ્લીઝ વોટ whoever you think is appropriate candidate, but please vote. Thank you. જય જિનેન્દ્ર.
જય જિનેન્દ્ર. મારું નામ મયુર કુમાર શેઠ છે. હું નોર્થ બ્રાન્સવિકમાં રહું છું. મારી વાઈફનું નામ મનાલી શેઠ, મારો સન કલ્પ શેઠ, મારા પેરેન્ટ્સ નયન કુમાર શેઠ, પલ્લવી શેઠ અને મારી સિસ્ટર દિયા શેઠ. જ્યારથી હું ઇન્ડિયામાં મને સમજ આવી ત્યારથી હું જૈન એલર્ટ ગ્રુપ સાથે જોડાયેલો હતો. એવરી સન્ડેના અમે લોકો બાઇક લઈને પોતાનું ગાયોને કૂતરાઓને રોટલી આપવા જઈએ, દૂધ આપવા જઈએ. ગરીબો છે જેમને ઝૂંપડપટ્ટીમાં રહે છે એ લોકોને ખીચડી ખવડાવવા જઈએ રિક્ષા કરીને. તો જ્યારથી સમજ આવી ત્યારથી સેવામાં હું જોડાયેલો છું. અને જ્યારથી હું અમેરિકામાં આવ્યો, એજ્યુકેશન પતાવીને જો થોડોક ફ્રી થયો ત્યારથી કારગિલ દેરાસરથી મેં સ્ટાર્ટ કરી સેવા કરવાનું. આંબેલી ઓડીમાંથી અમે આંબેલી ઓડી કરતા હતા, જોડે જોડે સેવા પણ ચાલતી હતી. નોર્થ બ્રાન્સવિકમાં આવ્યા પછી થોડીક વધારે ઓપોર્ચ્યુનિટી મળી મને. કિચનમાં તો જોડાયેલો હતો જ હું, હવે અહીંયા નજીક આવ્યા પછી વધારે એક્ટિવ બન્યો છું. તમે બધાએ મને જોયો હશે કિચનમાં નીચે પ્રિપેરેશન કરતા, ફૂડ કાઉન્ટર ઉપર લાવતા. છેલ્લા કેટલા વર્ષોથી મેજર ઇવેન્ટ્સ જેમ કે MJK, ચૌગૌની જાત્રા, આમાં સેવા આપી રહ્યો છું. બધા જ ઉપર દેરાસરમાં ઓડિટોરિયમમાં પ્રોગ્રામ એન્જોય કરતા હોઈએ ત્યારે અમારી ટીમ નીચે સંઘ માટે, શ્રી સંઘ માટે જમવાની તૈયારી, સામે વાસ્તવની તૈયારી કરતી હોય છે. પર્યુષણમાં એક આસનાની લીધી હતી મેં. એમાં મેન્યુ પ્રિપેરેશન થી લઈને બધું જ ડે ટુ ડે ટેબલ સેટઅપ કરવાનું, પાટલા અરેન્જ કરવાનું, બધું જ અમારી ટીમે મેં કર્યું છે. જ્યારે બધું જ ઇવેન્ટ્સ પતી જાય ત્યારે ક્લિનિંગ, મોપ સ્વીપ કિચનમાં, ડાઇનિંગ એરિયામાં એ બધું જ પતાવીને સાંજે મેં લેટ ઘરે જઈએ. ખાસું આ રીતે બહુ કન્ટ્રીબ્યુશન કિચન કમિટીમાં આપ્યું છે મેં. મારું વિઝન છે, આટલા ટાઈમથી હું કિચનમાં રહું છું તો ક્યાં અમુક ઇશ્યુઝ છે, કયા ઇમ્પ્રુવમેન્ટ કરવાના છે. જેમ કે આપણે કિચન છે, આપણે ત્યાં જમવાનું બનાવતા હોઈએ, ડાઇનિંગ એરિયા છે ત્યાં આપણે બધા જમતા હોઈએ છીએ, એ ફેસિલિટીને પ્રોફેશનલી ક્લીન રાખવાની બહુ જરૂરિયાત છે. જીવ હિંસા આપણે બધા જ જમીએ છીએ એનો અઠવાડો પડી રહેતો હોય છે. ડીશો આપણે યુઝ કરીએ છીએ, બાયોડિગ્રેડેબલ પ્લાસ્ટિકની ડીશો બધી યુઝ કરતા હોઈએ છીએ, એમાં પણ ખાસી જીવ હિંસા થાય છે. તો અમે 6 ગૌની જાત્રામાં ગયા ઇન્ટરનેશનલ ચરિત્ર પરિપાટીમાં. એક પણ સંઘે અમને બાયોડિગ્રેડેબલ કે પ્લાસ્ટિક પ્લેટમાં અમને જમાડ્યા નથી. એમાંથી અમને એ શીખવા મળ્યું કે આપણે પણ આવું કરવું જોઈએ. બધા બહુ ઇસ્યુઝ છે એના માટે, ઓટોમેટિક ડિશવોશર્સ બધું કરવું પડે, લાવવું પડે. એ બધો ગોલ છે મારો એઝ અ ઓએમસી કેન્ડિડેટ તરીકે. તો થેન્ક યુ.
Chirag, JCNJ and Pranam. My name is Chirag Shah, and my wife's name is Dipti Shah. We live in East Brunswick with our 2 sons and our parents. I've been associated with JCNJ for many years. I came to US in '96, and since then I'm part of JCNJ. I'm a lifetime member. I have volunteered at many events. When we had our Mavi Jayanti in Edison in high school, and I also was a teacher, Gujarati teacher. I taught Gujarati to younger Pathshala students in Edison when we used to have Pathshala in Edison in the Jewish temple right across the JFK hospital. So I've been part of JCNJ for many years as a volunteer, as a Pathshala teacher and things like that. And this year I've decided to kind of, run for OMC position. Why do I want to become OMC? Why do I want to join OMC? Is because, આ જે કઈ છે ગુજરાતીમાં કહીશ કારણ કે એના વગર ફીલ નહીં આવે ઇંગ્લિશમાં. આપણે આટલું સરસ આપણા અહીંયા દેરાસર છે. મારો મેઇન ગોલ છે કે મારે સંઘની સેવા કરવી છે અને મુનિસુરત દાદાની શરણમાં સેવા કરી અને પુણ્ય કમાવું છે. That's one of the goals. At the same time, what I want to do is I have very simple 2 reasons to join OMC, committee. I think it's common vision. I think a lot of you said about 2 things. I want to see, more and more our Jain adults in their 20s, to be an active, player in various activities that we do. And also I want to see, them, coming forward and be part of OMC or, other executive positions and things like that. And we need to motivate them. So I have some ideas. I think some of you already mentioned that, we need to invite good speakers. It could be Jain or non-Jain, someone who can motivate kids to be part of temple activity. And the second one is also, I think it's a common, which is I want to also get, seniors involved in our Derasar activities. Some of the seniors cannot drive by themselves. So, I want to provide them some way, one way or the other, transportation so they can come here and do their rituals and socialize. So very common goal. I want to I'm a team member. I want to work with the leadership to bring this song forward. And with that, thank you very much. Thanks for listening to me. I hope I'll get your vote for the OMC position. Thank you.
પ્રણામ જય જીનેન્દ્ર. મારું નામ કેયુર શાહ છે અને હું એડિશનમાં રહું છું. મારા વાઈફનું નામ કૃતિ શાહ અને મારા છોકરાનું નામ રિહાન શાહ છે. હું આ સંઘ સાથે 14 વર્ષથી જોડાયેલો છું. આ સંઘે મને ધર્મ પ્રત્યે ભાવ જગાવ્યા છે અને અહીંયા મને એવા કલ્યાણ મિત્ર મળ્યા છે જેમને મારી ધર્મ પ્રત્યેની રુચિ વધારી છે. 2012ની આપણા જિનાલયની પ્રતિષ્ઠા વખતે મેં અહીંયા વોલેન્ટિયરિંગ કરવાનું શરૂ કર્યું હતું અને તે પછી હું લગાતાર અહીંયા વોલેન્ટિયર કરતો આવ્યો છું. જ્યારે પણ મારીથી બન્યું છે મેં જેટલું થાય એટલું કર્યું છે. પણ મને એ ફિલિંગ વધારે ને વધારે આવતી રહી છે કે સંઘને મારે વધારે ટાઈમ અને એફર્ટ આપવાની જરૂર છે અને મને એ હવે સેવા આપવી છે એટલે મેં ડિસાઈડ કર્યું છે કે હું ઓએમસી કેન્ડિડેટ તરીકે આ વખતે ઉભો રહ્યો છું. So as an OMC candidate, what I want to do is I want to use my strengths and help the Sangh overcome whatever difficulties or issues we have. I work in the IT industry and I started as a website developer. So I want to use that experience for the betterment of the Sangh and help with our technology committee to make it easier to manage our day-to-day operations and not just as a static website. I'd also like to work towards creating ways to get our youth involved with the Sangh outside of Pathshala and give them opportunities to get involved and contribute to it. I see my son being much more interested in learning about Jain traditions and values than I was at this age. And that is a big thanks to all the Sangh and its members as well. I want to provide a platform not just for him, but for all the youth to continue being involved as they grow with different avenues available to them to learn and grow. For example, we could have a summer camp where it's run by the youth and for the younger children. We could have shibirs in India where all our JCNJ students can go and Mara Sahib in Nishrama, they can learn a lot more than what they learn here. It is vital that our youth actively participates in our activities and we provide them Jain solutions to their questions in the outside world. So when they face that question, they have that confidence that to tackle them. I would like to work towards doing that actively as an OMC member, and I look forward to your support. Thanking you, Keyur Shah. Thank you. Pranam JCNJ.
Pranam JCNJ. Good evening. I'm Nirav Giwala, contesting as an OMC candidate for upcoming election. I'm connected with our Sri Sangh since last more than 10 years, and I'm IT professional working in finance industry. We live in Edison with my wife Kajal, who is also Pathshala teacher since last 8 years, and my son Arya. I'm part of volunteering cohort during major events and whenever opportunity came. Also during Bhaut Tirth Pratishta, I was part of multiple committees. I had an immense pleasure working there. I was also Gujarati Pathshala admin for 4 years. And now I want to add on to it. I feel Sri Sangh has given us a lot and continues giving us. So therefore now it's time to give back. Sasan Seva is and will always be my priority. Governing body whom you elect will always have my support and my voice as needed. I request everyone's support and opportunity to be part of one of your elected civic. At the end, I'd like to congratulate election committee for providing this platform. Thank you. Jai Jinendra.
I think Tushar Bhai doesn't seem to be there like that. So.
He just dropped off. He was there.
No, I'm here. Can you hear me?
We cannot see you, Tushar Bhai, on the Zoom chat. Actually, no, but I see you now.
Yeah,
sorry
I'm there.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, here you go.
Yeah, yes. No problem. Yeah, Jai Jinendra. First, I want to thank the election board for organizing such a unique event. My name is Tushar Shah. I live in Pennington, New Jersey with my wife Shwetal and my daughter Ahana Shah, and I'm contesting as an OMC candidate. I have volunteered in numerous activities at Derasar. To name few, I would mention my involvement in Swami Matsalya team, Gujarati Pathshala core admin, and Bhaut Tirth Pratishta. As a kid, I always had access to Derasar, Pathshala, and Guru Bhagwant in India. And those sanskars helped me keep connected to the roots of Jainism. after I came to US 20 years back as a student to do my master's. I feel fortunate that our next generation has access to the similar platform at JCNJ. I want to volunteer to ensure that I can contribute in enhancing this platform to another level through innovative ideas and make it more engaging for the next generation, where they can boost their learning of Jain values, beliefs, which can then become a guide to compassionate, happy and healthy living. સંઘે તો ખૂબ આપ્યું છે, હવે સંઘને પણ આપવાની થોડી ઈચ્છા છે. That's one of the motive. I also think that one of the things which is missing here in this country is the connection of youth and kids with Guru Bhagwans in India, since we live so far. So I want to support the ways through which the kids and youth can connect with Maharaj Sahibs in India. Another point I want to emphasize is learning the mother tongue, which helps with better cognitive development in kids. So besides supporting Gujarati language education in JCNJ, I would also like to support Hindi language learning, which can benefit Hindi-speaking Jain families and anyone else who is interested. This can be another feather to the cap of language learning opportunities at JCNJ. અને છેલ્લે ઈ જો કહીશ કે સંઘ આપણો 25મો તીર્થંકર કહેવાય. So if I get an opportunity to serve this song, I'll be more than thankful, grateful to the whole community. That's all. Thanks, Jai Jinendra.
Jai Jinendra. My name is Suresh Shah. I'm living in Piscataway with my wife. I'm in this country more than 40 years. I worked 30 years in finance department with apparel company and insurance company. હું 2012માં જ્યારે પ્રતિષ્ઠા થઈ ત્યારે અમારા દિગંબર જીનાલયની પ્રતિષ્ઠા થઈ ત્યારે મને ઇન્સ્પિરેશન મળી હતું. હું જૈન સેન્ટરનો મેમ્બર છેલ્લા 30 વર્ષથી છું. વેસ્ટ કાર્ડિનલ મંદિરમાં અમે જતા હતા. પછી અહીંયા 2012માં પ્રતિષ્ઠા થયા પછી અમને એટલો લાભ મળ્યો અને પછી મુકેશભાઈ શાહ એમની સાથે હું હેલ્પ કરતો હતો અને 2015માં મને ઓએમસી મેમ્બરની પોઝિશન મળી અને ત્યારથી હું આપણી મંદિરમાં સેવા આપું છું. મારું કેવું એમ છે કે આપણે જૈન પહેલા then we are say દિગંબર શ્વેતંબર સ્થાનકવાસી સુમત રાયચંદ્ર. તો હું બધા આપણે જૈન સદામી ભાઈઓને વિનંતી કે આપણે દેરાસરમાં જ્યારે દર્શન કરવા આવીએ તો આપણા 4 જિનાલય છે એટલે આપણે બધા દર્શનનો લાભ એ બધાને તો વધારે સારું લાગે. સાથે સાથે આપણા જૈન સેન્ટરને એટલો પાર્કિંગ લોટ છે. આપણે દર્શન કરવા આવીએ તો કોઈ પાર્કિંગ શોધવાની કોઈ તકલીફ નથી. તો આપણે એવી યોજના કરીએ કે જ્યારે આપણે દર્શન કરવા આવીએ તો આપણે સાધારણ માટે પાર્કિંગ ફી ભરી એ રીતે આપણે ડોનેશન આપીએ. તે રીતે આપણું સાધારણ ફંડ વધે. કારણ કે આપણે જોઈએ કોઈ જગ્યાએ ત્યાં જઈએ તો પાર્કિંગનો મોટો ઇસ્યુ છે. આપણી પાસે એટલું સરસ પાર્કિંગની સેવા છે, રાઈટ વે પાર્કિંગ મળી જાય છે. તો એ રીતે આપણું સાધારણ ફંડ ઊભી થઈ શકે. સાથે સાથે હું તો 8 વર્ષથી સેવા આપું છું ફાઇનાન્સમાં અને મોટે ભાગે પેઢીમાં આપણા ટ્રેઝરર જોઈન્ટ ટ્રેઝરર સાથે મારે સેવા આપવાનો ઘણો સારો અનુભવ મળ્યો છે. સાથે સાથે એમની સાથે વિક્ટેજમાં બી મારે સેવા આપવાનો ઘણો સારો લાભ મળે છે અને આ રીતે લાભ મળતો રહે. અને બધાને નમ્ર વિનંતી કરું છું કે આપણે આજની ટેકનોલોજીનો જે આપણે બેલોટ કાસ્ટિંગ કરવાનું છે એનો બધા લાભ લઈએ અને અત્યારની જે ટીમ છે એ ટીમનો ખૂબ જ આભાર માનીએ કે જે આજે આપણે આટલો લાભ મળ્યો. થેન્ક યુ. જય જિનેન્દ્ર.
Jai Jinendra, Pranam. My name is Anjana Shah. I'm running for OMC position for the upcoming JCNJ election. My many contribution as well as my vision are on sacrifice. Before, during and after the Bhav Pratishtha, I have served our Sangh on many different teams and departments. I have many new ideas to take our Sangh to its next level. Please support me and vote for OMC position. Thank you, Jai Jinendra.
Janendra. My name is Reena Shah. I'm running for an OMC position. Initially I grew up in South Jersey and was part of the Cherry Hill Jain Sangh. Once I moved to Somerset, Franklin Park, Princeton area, the Jain temple here opened up, and we had the opportunity to have a temple 15 minutes from our house, and feel fortunate that we can go anytime we want. I regularly come to the temple with my family, my husband, Chirag Shah, and my two children, Jayan, who's in 9th grade, and Sanya, who's in 7th grade. My contributions to the temple, I've been a Pachala administrator for the past 3 years. And then during the Bhakti or Pratisa, I had the opportunity to be involved with the registration committee. And my husband, Chirag Shah, was also one of the medical leads. So we were, that was our first opportunity to be part of something so big in the temple. And we realized that, this is the kind of seva we would like to be continuing to do. And would appreciate your support for an OMC position. Jai Janendra, thank you.
Jai Janendra, I'm Karthik Shah, and I'm running for OMC candidate position. I live in Jersey City with my wife and 2 kids. My wife is Sonia, and my kids are Dhanvi and Yuvik, who love to go to Pathshala every Sunday or every other Sunday as they plan. Professionally, I lead a global team of software engineers and system engineers in a financial institution. My biggest motivation and inspiration is my parents, who have taught me એમને નાનપણથી શીખવાડ્યું છે કે ચતુર્વિધ એ 25મો તીર્થંકર છે અને એની સેવા જેટલી કરો એટલી ઓછી. એક શ્રાવકનું મૂળ કર્તવ્ય કે સંઘની સેવા. I have been involved with Jain Center from last 6 years and more as a volunteer from last 2 to 3 years. I was fortunate enough to have the Bhav Pratishtha serving opportunity, where I served the kitchen committee and also was part of the Bhavatrika distribution and coordination for North Jersey. Again, as part of OMC member, I want to contribute a lot to the Sangh. And as many of you quoted, right, Sanghe ઘણું આપ્યું છે ને હવે અમારો ટર્ન છે સંઘને આપવાનું, and I really want to give it back to the Sangh with whatever seva I can have. I have few of the things which I want to see if I get elected as OMC candidate. First and foremost, I want to get kids practically involved. As everybody said, kids are missing something. Pathshala definitely is a very good thing, but we want to get them more closer to the Derasa, and that can happen with more practicality infusion in our curriculum, or getting them more connected to the real world of how they can use the Jain values and how they can implement them in the real world. Secondly, ऋण मुक्ति अभियान, I think everybody wants to do that. And as a Sangh, બહુ મોટો ભાર છે આપણા બધાના માથે દેવ દ્રવ્ય મુક્તિનું. But again, my thought is, with getting more funding in, we should also find cost saving opportunities. જેમથી આપણે આપણો સર્વસાધારણનો અમુક fund we can divert towards that rather than just collecting new funds. Automation અત્યારે બધી ઇન્ડસ્ટ્રીમાં ઇમ્પોર્ટન્ટ છે. Everybody is going towards automation, and I want to get this into some of the things like e-bolis. We should get it automated on a single portal, because we don't want e-bolis to be a reason to drive away our kids away from the event. Because a lot of times our kids get bored at the event when there is more e-bolis. So I want to get that. Again, we want to have funds, but there should be a way, a portal where we can automate it. At the same time, ઘણા બધા overused members now, how, and it's not like everybody doesn't want to pay, but they don't have a way. So I want to get a portal to connect all the dues on a single thing where member can go in and select it. And બંને દેરાસરમાં સેવા આપવા તત્પર છું. Again, જે નાગના વ્યક્તિએ બોલાવ્યું હોય તો મિત્રામી ટુકડા. કાર્તિક શાહ, running for MC candidate. Thank you.
Jai Janendra. My name is Harsh Benara. I live in Lincraft, Middletown, New Jersey, and with my mother, my wife, and 2 kids. I think one of the reason I wanted to run for this is really having kids in US requires us to really think about how we can motivate and cultivate Jainism in them. As I was reading the amendment to the constitution that the Sangh has, the 6th principle that the Sangh stands for, which is about awareness of our principles, providing a platform for projecting Jain religion,
and establishing communication between different facets of Jain philosophy, and also bringing all the community together, that really appeals to me. I think that is the need of the hour, given the different scenarios in the last few years, and given that we have a community over here, we really need to bring our youth, our kids, and also our senior folks together so that we can actually learn from each other. And I think that's what motivates me. Given my professional experience working in a financial institution for the past 22 years as a head of engineering, I have brought people and communities together. I've worked with people of different ages, people from different areas, different sections, and also prior to this, I was in Minnesota working as Jain Secretary of Minnesota, and that also gave me an opportunity to work with different factions of Jainism. I think personally, I truly believe in the religion and the conditions around it. It's not just because I'm born as a Jain, but I believe in the principle that motivates me. Having two kids of young age over here really motivates me to push them into this direction and help them learn what our values are. And I think it's a community work. No single person can do it. So if I'm given this opportunity, I'll work with the community to take this further. Thank you.
My name is Bina Beed, and thank you, the election board, for this innovative way of introducing ourselves to the Sangh. My family has been part of both the Derasars from the beginning. I've been in Livingston for 26 years with my husband Jayesh, my two kids Sina and Sham, and Champaben and Veljibai. I started doing more volunteering since 2012, our first Pratishtha, where I was a leader for a committee. I've been in the background most of the time. I attend bigger events, and I'm passionate about kitchen work, cooking, serving. Some of them don't even know me because I'm always in that area. One second, sorry. So I've been volunteering since 2012, and now I want to do something more on an official basis. And I want to actually involve more Sangh members, give them the opportunity to volunteer specific areas, have a plan for certain things so they know what exactly needs to be done in the Derasar when they come or participate. I'm good at planning, preparing ahead of time, and delegating. So my plan is to bring more volunteers, give them the opportunity to serve the Sangh, besides doing the rituals and Pathshala. As a professional, I am a software engineer, and then I became a yoga teacher after my kids were grown up. And currently I own a small home-based business. Over the years, I have, sorry. It's important to participate, continue the rituals, but also, again, like everyone said, we need to continue instilling these values in our kids. And this religion that we have adapted from the beginning, we were born as Jains. So I want to promote that more because it has more humanitarian values. And it has Anekantvad, which is, respecting other religions at the same time. And I want to instill gratitude in our Sangh members. Like, how fortunate are we to have this facility, to have this opportunity to serve and give back to the community, instill values in our next generation. But I also want to, like everyone said, give the younger generation more ways to become involved and participate. And also, I think my interest is more into now, just like Paurobai said, Champaben has given 5 to 6 hours a day, every day. I would even go further and say 24/7, because I have the firsthand experience, and she is so dedicated, and I want to, give more of my time into that area as well. So hope I can get elected, and you would think, and I'm in an appropriate position to be able to serve the Sangh. Thank you, and Jai Jinendra.
JCNJ Pranam. My name is Seema Jain Chaudhary and I am nominated for OMC position. Firstly, I want to thank the election board for giving us a unique opportunity to present ourselves. I have been JCNJ member for like past 15 years and serving the board as an OMC member from past 4 years. I have worked in the major events committee as a major event lead. And right now I'm working on a membership committee. Other than that, I was a part of 24 Bhav Pratishta, whereas I led as the cultural lead, and I plan all the whole everyday, day-to-day event every day, all the dances and dramas. I really had fun doing it. I'm very passionate about whatever I do for the Sangh, and I really hope I can keep on doing the good work like my previous years. Yes, I want to bring more and more volunteers, which is always challenging for us, arranging events and everything. And yes, again, making our youth more aware and interested in joining the Sangh and their activities. I have 2 kids. My son was also involved in one of the robotic activities we did during Chalgo Yatra. And I really want to do more and more so that the young generation is added and interested in doing so. And lastly, I want to wish all the candidates all the best. And to the Sangh, it's a humble request to vote, no matter whoever you vote for, but please vote. Thank you, everybody. Jai Jinendra.
Babu bhai, you're on. Just unmute yourself, please.
Babu bhai, તમે mute પર છો.
મારું નામ બાબુભાઈ છે. હું 2012 થી જ્યારથી જિનાલય જોઈન થયેલો છું અને ત્યારથી વોલેન્ટિયર તરીકે અગત્યની સેવા બજાવી રહ્યો છું. એમાં ફેસિલિટી એમાં દરેકના કામ હોય છે અને ઘણું એટલું બધું કામ હોય છે કે લાઇટનું છે, પ્લમ્બિંગનું છે અને રસોડાના ઇક્વિપમેન્ટ હોય, ઘણા એટલા બધા કામ હોય છે, છતાં પણ અમે કામ કરી રહ્યા છીએ. અને 2019 અને 20માં OMC નો હું મેમ્બર હતો અને જે એવા કામો જે છે કે જેનાથી આપણા સંઘના ઘણા પૈસાનો બચાવ થાય છે અને એટલે સંઘની સેવા કરવા માટે હું તત્પર છું. બસ એ મારું કહેવું. જય જીનેન્દ્ર.
Jai Jinendra. Thank you, Babu bhai. So thank you, everyone. This is really good. Like that, I'm really appreciative that we all are respectful of each other, and what you see on the screen, or everyone see on the screen, is like are our volunteers. Like that, we are Jain Sangh. Like that, I mean, you see a lot of these faces, but like you said, you will see them in future whether they are in the position or not. I know we all are volunteers and we all will be there like that. So just wanted to thank everybody. We will be taking question and answer, which anybody has things, they will put it on the YouTube. And we have right now Suresh Bhai Wadar as well as Milap Bhai. So I'm just going to put a spotlight on them. You can see them that who they are like that. They are compiling the questions, whatever are coming over here. And you can, they are the people who's going to be putting all the questions for us like that. So just Suresh Bhai Wadar and Milap Bhai. So they both are on the screen. And I know I would like if Kirit Bhai has anything to add, please go ahead, Kirit Bhai. Thank you.
Yeah, Jai Jinendra. First of all, let us give a big clap, big round of applause to all our candidates. Everyone did a wonderful job. Devang Bhai, if you tell me, then definitely, and if you have an opportunity, we can ask the governing body, why do we need an election? Everyone is very much visionary, everyone are willing to work, and everyone are very enthusiastic. So let us just talk to governing body. Of course, we understand our limitations and the governing body's limitations. So definitely we have to follow the, whatever we have to do it. But really wonderful, very nice. Everyone was so respectful and very much with an understanding. They have shown that they have expressed their own ideas, and that will take our whole temple to at a different level. Again, thank you very much to all the candidates. Thank you. Go ahead.
Thank you, Kirit Bhai. So we can go with the question answers. I don't know whether so Suresh Bhai, if you're gonna start first or something.
Mila Bhai fellow question aapne se.
Okay, perfect. Sure. I'll just remove the spotlight right now. Yes.
જય જિનેન્દ્ર, પહેલો ક્વેશ્ચન છે ગૌતમભાઈ શાહ તરફથી. The question is, whatever money sitting idle in Devdravya account without generating any income, who are responsible for this loss to JCNJ? And this question is for Nirud Bhai and Kunal Bhai.
So Nirud Bhai will start first.
Yep, sure.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Should I proceed?
Yes.
Yes,
perfect. Thank you. So first of all, I just want to take 10 seconds. And once again, my apologies. I did not appreciate my gratitude to election body. Thank you so much, Kubkubanumutna, for arranging such an awesome event. This is a great platform for us to at least our Sadharmic members, they'll be able to know each of the candidates. A request to each of the candidates, if possible, let's do it together. Whoever comes into committee or not, we must work together for our betterment, for our next generation's betterment. Coming back to the question, let me give you the answer. So probably Gautam uncle might have asked this question to just kind of open it to the Sangh members so everybody has better idea. I'm sure he knows the answer. But our current governing body, which consists 11 OMC members, 6 officers, and 9 board of trustees or trustees, right? So in total, we are 26. Now, anything or any activity which is being performed by current governing body, it is focused based on constitution and the bylaws, what has been written and available as of today. Now, in order to talk about the funds, we have dedicated funds management committee, and we have excellent Sangh members who are providing the services there. As part of the current funds, it is not sitting, rather we are making some gains, not making any loss by utilizing these funds into cities, because city is the safest place where FDIC is ensuring our money, right? So we do not have risk, rather we are investing the money at the safest possible place, and we are earning on front of that as gains. Yeah, when it comes to the FMC committee, I'm thankful to having our BOT members, as well as Javier Bhai, who is a professional into the industry, as well as Sanjay Bhai Javeri, who is also one of the key committee member, who is focused exclusively on managing our funds. These particular cities are based on and focused on to various areas, and it could go from the 1-year term to longer term, depends on what is the return we are receiving it. So FMC committee is doing excellent job, to them, and our funds, I can assure you, our funds are not sitting idle. We are rather gaining from our funds. So that's my answer.
Yeah, thank you, Nirud Bhai. Kunal Bhai, that was also to you. So can you please?
Absolutely. So like Nirud said, it's loss is we should be clear of what we say. I don't believe the question, we're not losing money. Potential gain, I think, might be what Gautam uncle is referring to, but we're operating under the guidelines of our constitution and bylaws. And by the way, thanks to all the Sangh members, we were able to update them today. So that's a great step. But we're conservative. We never want to lose money. but at the same time, we're maybe potential gains are being limited, but that's to ensure security of our funds, right? We do a lot of trouble to raise these funds. We don't want to lose them, and we're not losing them. The goal is to make sure that we grow them in a constructive manner, and the FMC does it. We're fortunate with the number of funds that we have. That just means that we have lots of CDs. So it is a task that the FMC has on constantly CDs that are expiring and have to be rolled into new ones, and making sure that they're all FDIC insured and that we don't duplicate any, or else we'll have some challenges on any guarantees insurance. But no loss is the good thing.
Thank you. Thank you, Kunal.
Okay, second question. Parsona generally needs big and a new location. એના માટે તમારા શું view છે?
So I think, yeah,
question
I think we
goes
can.
to whom?
It's a general question.
General questions, I think, yeah, we can.
Order president or vice president માટે જે candidate હોય.
So we can start with Mihir Bhai like that because you haven't got chance. I would like you to start, and then maybe then Nirud Bhai can also come back, please.
Yeah, thank you so much for this question. I think it's a burning need, obviously, because I've been visiting Kargil Derasar at least once a month, and I got an opportunity to visit it yesterday. I had looked at it. I think it's pretty bad what we have been seeing. The sinkhole has been there for the last 15 to 16 months. So we need to act on it for sure. એટલે પહેલી priority જે છે, that is to make sure that whatever the facility that we have, we need to restore that facility. And at least to make sure that we are not coming into a situation કે જ્યાં facility બંધ થઈ જાય. So that will be the first priority. Now coming back onto the question કે જે growth આપણું જે છે, right, from where we were, this is our જન્મભૂમિ, અને ત્યાંથી આપણે આટલું મોટું મુનીસર સ્વામીજીના થયું છે. We need to make sure that our assembly need વધી છે. I was just talking to a lot of folks from the north side. Yeah, I've done about that. We have close to 300 giant families that are in that area. And with 10 parkings, there is no way that we can sustain in the existing facility. So I think the first thing that we need to do is, create something which is a team of folks. We have to divide this project into 4 or 5 different stages. And the first stage is to do base survey. When I say survey, we need to find out that which will be the right location to move this Parsona Jinale from Kargil to new location, because it has to be making sure that whenever we are moving into that side of it, we have to ensure that there is enough support to run this facility. When we I saw Jignesh we need to get this intention done. When you get the Anjan Shalaka done into the Pratima, there is a lot more responsibility comes with Anjan Shalaka Pratima. So we need to make sure that we have the team of volunteers, which I'm very sure that we will, because there are a lot of young folks that are there who are very enthused and very much associated and connected with the temple. So we want to make sure that we can do so. So first phase is definitely to do a little bit of survey to find out the right place. Then obviously all the 9 yards of any construction, like what we have done for the 2012 to get this Munisuru Swami Jinala, that will come in. Other apart from that, to do or run this project, I think we also need to have a team which consists of our seniors, youths, as well as some members from the governing body. So what I would like to do is I would like to form a team which consists of those 3 different set of folks. So that it is not like a day-to-day activity માં આપણે જે governing body છે એ એટલી બધી involve થઈ જાય છે કે આ side projects જે છે એના પર આપણે focus નથી કરી શકતા. So I would either do something where we can have a team which of the folks which has a combination of the governing body, but also some of our seniors and the youths to get involved into this project. And lastly, what I would say is that I would definitely like to lead this project, but at the same time, I want to avoid doing a micromanagement. So I also feel that we need to give something which is more like a platform for this team to perform independently and then come back and do this reporting back to the team and the governing body, and which I will make sure that it is transparent for every Sangh member to understand that how the process is and where we are in the process. So again, creating a project plan, making sure that we do this in a small phases, creating a team which can be dedicated working on this, and ensuring that there is a full transparency for every Sangh member to know where we are in the steps. So that is what I would suggest that I would like to do if I get an opportunity. I hope that answers the question.
Thank you, Mirbai. Nivrit.
Thank you. Can you hear me properly?
Yes.
Perfect. Thank you. So thank you, Mirbai. And I do echo what Mirbai mentioned. On top of that, current governing body has already started the journey, right? There was a survey which was sent out, and currently the BOT is reviewing the survey. There will be short-term and long-term solution, which will be coming across. But at the same time, my goal, whatever is the outcome of this election, right? My goal, I'm committed to two things at the Parshvanath Jinalaya. Yes, the PJ Singh issue has to fix, must get it resolved at earliest possible. Parallel to that, I am looking forward to building a team for greater facility, focusing on the big Rang Mandap, along with the Pathshala rooms, a dining hall, and more parking areas, at least 100 cars. So all of the southern mix should not be having those challenges what they're having it today. Along with this, there are also certain parameters which I started working and speaking to some of the southern families into North Jersey, and I'm learning more of the issues what they're facing today. Yes, when it comes to the execution, even for day-to-day activities, right, there will be possible outcome of having some positive changes, right, by giving authority to OMC members as well as to the BOT members by providing them a little bit more freedom of investing, definitely to fixing the issues, whatever they are facing right now. And at the same time, they have to follow JCNJ protocol, right? What is JCNJ protocol is basically, we simply, yes, the individuals must be doing their own due diligence, but at the same time, at least they should be comparing whatever is the cost between at least two vendors or different suppliers, making sure that whatever we are paying, it's going out of our server Sadharan funds. So it is reasonably reviewed before it goes out. And along with that, also, I have started working with few of the Southern Mix already, who is helping me. And we are going to make progress. Whatever is the outcome, I am committed to this and I will be part of this. And I'll make sure to take this to the next level. Thank you.
Thank you, Nirut.
Thank you, Nirut. Next question is from Kashmira Bensa from South Brunswick. Can both the presidential and vice presidential candidate explain about their leadership skills? So Nirut, we can start with you and then Mir can answer.
Perfect. Thank you so much. So I'll talk about professional as well as at the JCNJ and other areas too, right? So currently, when it comes to the profession, I'm working for KPMG International, and I'm a digital transformation lead for the back office transformation. I'm looking after 160 countries right now, and I have about 200 employees and contractors reporting into me. The overall budget which I'm managing right now, it's about $2 billion, which is going to be running into next 4 to 5 years. Now, along with that, in 2018, I was also awarded for Once to Watch CIO award. It was hosted by CIO.com and IDG magazines. And this is one of the well-known group out there. So this was awarded to me because of my leadership skill as well as my skills of developing and strategy, right? Other than that, definitely at the Jain Center, I have also proven record where I led a major events committee in the past, currently co-leading membership committee, as well as co-leading a Bytes group. And along with that, also, I was fortunate of co-leading our 24 Bautit Pratishta, and side by side with our visionary former BOT president, Viren Uncle. He was there with me, and we had a joint combo of myself and Viren Uncle. We led and co-led about 15 to 16 Bautit Pratishta committees. Along with that, I'm also one of the founding member of Jain Alert of USA, where we are focused on doing the Sadharmic Bhakti, as well as any international students coming on to US, across the US, we are helping them. And we are developing and also taking help from our Sadharmics for betterment of our Jainism at the global level. So that's kind of high level about myself. I'm hoping that will answer the question.
Yeah, thank you, Nirud bhai. Mir bhai.
Thank you, Kashmir Rabin, for asking this question. It's a very interesting question. So let me start with, most of you must have seen me in the kitchen. So ઘણા બધા લોકોને એમ લાગતું છે કે આ તો રસોઈયો છે કારણ કે હંમેશા કિચનમાં એપ્રન પહેરી અને ગેસ ઉપર ઊભા રહીએ એટલે લોકોને લાગ્યા. But let me come back and talk about what my professional experience is. Okay, I have been in the industry for about 22 years. I have started my career as a software developer after completing my graduation as a Bachelor of Computer Science and the 2 diplomas for the Human Interface Design. I have joined a small IT firm. When I joined this IT firm, we were about 6 people. I was a 6th employee of that company. And I spent about 2 decades in that company and grown along with the company and made it to 8,000 people. When by the time I completed 20 years in that company, I have been a practice lead, which gives me a lot of opportunity to do my international exposure. I used to have an opportunity to travel almost all the continents, where I had professionally able to set up our operations as well as set up our practices, and also was running about multi-million-dollar portfolio as a part of my organization. About 2020, right, like after spending 20 years, બધાનામાં પેલો entrepreneurship ને કીડો હોય એ મારો કીડો જાગી ગયો. એટલે મને એમ લાગ્યું કે યાર 20 વર્ષ હું બીજા માટે કમાવીને આપી રહ્યો છું, so why don't I try something on my own? And I just started my own company in 2020, just right before the COVID hit. So I sent my last day at my work after 20 years was 28th of February, and I started this new company on 1st of March. And within 15 days, what I got a news that the international borders are closed. And my entire experience was the global experience. And with that international border closed, I was in a dilemma. Okay, is this something which is the right decision that I made? But I had a belief in myself, and I had a, Prabhuni apar krupa, Gurudevni apar krupa, and a Sangni krupa, they gave me a strength to fight against that. And I was able to run that small startup and has grown something which is more like a substantial company, which is about 50 resources that has been working with me in my team today, along with my partner. We have been working in a business for the last 3 years, and that's basically where it shows that I had that entrepreneurship skills that can definitely be used and to our son. So that's what I can bring to the table. And in the son, yes, apart from the Sadharmic Vasala team, where I've done tremendous events that you must have seen, whether it is feeding the food for maybe 100 Sadharmics to 3,000 Sadharmics. Yes, I had an ability to get that executed with plan, as well as executed in a very effective and efficient way. I was able to fortunate enough for building one of the largest volunteering group of JCNJ under the Sadharmic Vasala. And I'm sure that you must have heard a lot of new OMC members that has joined into this year's election. Few of them, at least I could say 4 or 5, are from the team that was being led by me in my current capacity. So I have the ability, not just the leadership skills that is required to motivate, but I believe the true leader is the person who can have an ability to generate the next level set of leaders. And I had proven that multiple times, either at my professional area, professional work, as well as on my association with the Jain Center. And the last thing that I would say that, a leader has to lead by an example, right? So I had fortunate enough that I had met with so much of Sadharmics, which I have motivated them to get very deeply associated with the center. So with that, I think that is good enough for, talking about my ability to lead. I hope that answers your question.
Yeah. Kunal bhai?
Sure. So leadership. So on the professional side, currently, I am owning a business. We have a staff of 9 people. I've been in that for a little over 12 years now. Prior to that, I was in the consulting world. doing consulting work for Fortune 100 companies, where we had teams spread out throughout the country as well as overseas, managing those teams and delivering on those projects. On the Jainism side of it, like I mentioned earlier, I was on the YJA convention team. I did leadership there. And then also, along with Nirut, I was one of the Pratista co-leads. So I had an opportunity to lead and be responsible for 15 committees that delivered on a successful event. And one thing that I've learned throughout the years, whether it's professional or volunteer on leadership, leading or expecting something from others, you cannot use the same method for everybody. It's right. So the right tool is not this one tool is not going to be right for every single person. And I've learned to adjust. On any given day, I'm dealing with multiple clients. I can't use the same methods for every single client. And what I've learned is adjusting based on what the needs are. And that's how you can lead a team and deliver successfully.
Yeah, thank you, Krunal bhai. Parag bhai.
થેન્ક યુ કાશ્મીરાબેન ફર્સ્ટ ઓફ ઓલ બહુ સરસ ક્વેશ્ચન છે. એના બધા ઓપ્શન્સ ઘણા બધા હોઈ શકે. પ્રોફેશનલ લાઈફમાં મેં ઘણા વર્ષો સુધી ગ્લોબલ ટીમ મેનેજ કરી હતી. મેં ટીમ બિલ્ડ કરી હતી અને ટીમને મેનેજ કરી છે અહીંયા અમેરિકા આવ્યા પછી. એ પહેલાં ઇન્ડિયામાં પણ પ્રોફેશનલી અત્યારે 30+ યર્સથી આઈટી ફિલ્ડમાં છું અને ઘણા બધા ટીમ સાથે એવી રીતે સાથે મળીને કામ કર્યું છે. એ જ એક્સપિરિયન્સ વર્ષોથી જ્યારે આ સંઘમાં હું કામ કરી રહ્યો છું, એ જ એક્સપિરિયન્સ હું અહીંયા પણ લઈને આવ્યો છું. અને જેમ આપણે કહીએ કે 5 આંગળીઓ સરખી નથી હોતી, ઇવન કુણાલ ઓલ્સો સેડ ધેટ, એવી રીતે જ કામ કર્યું છે. જે રીતે સિચ્યુએશન આવી, એ સિચ્યુએશનને કેવી રીતે મેનેજ કરવી ઓન ધ સ્પોટ, એ બધી ચેલેન્જીસ એક્સેપ્ટ કરીને સંઘમાં પણ એ બધું કામ કર્યું છે. જ્યારે આપણે પાર્શ્વનાથ જિનાલય હતું અને બધા જ પ્રોગ્રામ બહાર થતા હતા ત્યારે પણ, અને આપણી પાસે આપણી પોતાની જગ્યા હતી નહીં, એટલે એ જગ્યામાં એ લોકોની જે રિક્વાયરમેન્ટ હોય, એ લોકોના રિસ્ટ્રિક્શન્સ હોય, એ સાથે, અને એ વખતે એટલા વોલેન્ટિયર પણ આવતા નહોતા, ત્યારે હાથમાં જેટલા વોલેન્ટિયર હોય એ બધાની સાથે કામ કરાવી અને કામ કરાવીને પણ સક્સેસફુલી કામ કર્યા છે. બાર ફૂડ મેનેજમેન્ટ હોય કે બેક સ્ટેજ હોય કે ઓન સ્ટેજ હોય, બધી જ જાતના કામ એવી રીતે કર્યા છે. અને જ્યારે 2012 પ્રતિષ્ઠા થઈ ત્યારે પણ ઘણી બધી ટીમના co-lead તરીકે હું હતો અને જે ટીમ હાથમાં લીધેલી એ બધી જ જગ્યાએ સક્સેસફુલી કામ કર્યું છે. અને આઈ એમ શ્યોર અહીંયા જે અત્યારે જેટલા પણ છે એમાંના ઘણા બધા સાથે કામ કર્યું છે અને દે કેન વાઉચ ફોર મી. ઘણા બધા યંગ સ્ટુડન્ટ્સ ફોર્ચ્યુનેટલી અનફોર્ચ્યુનેટલી મને જ મળતા હતા અને એવી ભાવના લઈને આવતા હતા કે ભાઈ મારે કામ કરવું છે પણ મને ખબર નથી. એવા બધા સ્ટુડન્ટ્સને કે એવા બધા યંગ કે યુથને ગણો, એ બધાને સાથે રાખી ને કામ કેવી રીતે કરવાનું છે, શું કરવાનું છે, એ બધી સમજણ આપીને, અને આજે એ બધા પણ ફોર્ચ્યુનેટલી આઈ કેન સી એન્ડ આઈ ફીલ હેપી અબાઉટ ઇટ કે આજે એમાંના ઘણા બધા અત્યારે બધા કેન્ડિડેટ થઈને પણ અહીંયા ઊભા છે. અને મારું કામ બોલે છે, મારે વધારે બોલવાની જરૂર નથી. થેન્ક યુ વેરી મચ.
થેન્ક યુ પરાગ ભાઈ.
જય જીનેન્દ્ર, નેક્સ્ટ ક્વેશ્ચન છે. આઈ થિંક વન ઓફ ધ ટ્રસ્ટી પોઝિશન માટે જે અપ્લાય કર્યું એક બોલી શકે કે સોલર પેનલ માટે આપણા દેરાસર માટે શું વ્યવસ્થા કરવાના છો અને શું ઇમ્પ્રુવમેન્ટ કરવી છે?
Suresh bhai, you select who should talk first after trustee Mathu.
I think we can start with Rajul Ben.
If she's around, one moment.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Suresh bhai. I appreciate the question. I am not very familiar with solar panels. However, that doesn't mean I will not learn about it. So I will need to get more knowledge about it and how we can improve the facility and how we can have our JCNJ entire Sankul benefit from the solar panel. So it would be definitely one of the things I would like to learn about and work on. Thank you for the question and thanks for listening.
Thank you.
Thank you. Babu bhai, you have to say anything on that one?
યસ, અત્યારે સોલાર પેનલ માટે પહેલા બી અમે રજૂઆત કરેલી અને અમે એ લોકોને બી કહેલું કે તમને બધું કામ બતાવીશું, પણ મેં એના માટે બહુ સર્વે કરેલું છે અને મને ઇલેક્ટ્રિકનું એટલું બધું નોલેજ છે એટલે
Babu, just one moment. તમે તમારો વિડિયો ચાલુ કરશો, we can put you on spotlight. So sorry.
સોલાર પેનલ માટે મેં પહેલા બી આપણે બોર્ડ ઓફ ટ્રસ્ટીમાં બી રજૂઆત કરેલી અને એમના ડ્રોઈંગ બી મારી પાસે અત્યારે છે. પહેલા જે આપણે જે પાસ બી કરાયેલું અને આપણે એમને માટે ફંડ બી ઉઘરાયેલું, પણ પછી શું થયું મને ખબર નહીં, કે હું તો ખાલી વોલેન્ટિયર હતો. અને સોલર પેનલ માટે મને ઘણું નોલેજ છે. હું ઇલેક્ટ્રિક ઘણું મને એટલું બધું નોલેજ છે કે કેટલો પાવર જોઈશે, કેટલા પેનલ જોઈશે, કેવી રીતે આપણે એને અરેન્જમેન્ટ કરવી, આ બધું નોલેજ મારી પાસે છે. જો બધા આપણે હળી મળી અને એનું જો આગળ કંઈક વિચારીએ તો આપણે તે આગળ કરી શકીએ એમ છીએ. બસ એટલું જ કહેવું છે મારું. જય જયેન્દ્ર.
Thank you. Jai Jinendra. Jai Jinendra, Dhiren bhai, you are on spot. Dhiren bhai, you are on mute.
Yeah. So solar panel માટે I think જેમ બાબુભાઈ કીધું એમ કે પહેલા એનો પ્રોજેક્ટ હાથમાં લેવાયો હતો અને કઈ કારણસર એ પ્રોજેક્ટ પૂરો થયો નથી. It's a good suggestion. It's a good way of saving money as well as energy. So આ પ્રોજેક્ટ અગર જો possible હશે તો we would like to go forward and see how we can finish, and once we can go deep into why it was not finished, we will try to find out that also, and we like to forward, and we can try to finish that project as we can also. Thank you.
I really think this would benefit both data sets, having a solar panel. I would definitely look into it. I don't have too much knowledge of it, but I would definitely research, find vendors, and bring in vendors to get their opinion on different kind of opportunity we could save both Derasur, Cardwell and Franklin. And I would definitely take Babu Kaka and have his guidance and look into having a solar panel. Thank you.
Milapa, any next one?
Next question. This question is for Mehir Bhai from Kiranbhai Sangoy from Metachen. Great idea of connecting kids to Maharaj Sahib in India. If you can throw some more lights on it, how you plan to do the same? Mehir Bhai.
Yes, so I think it's a dream for me. I have been in a contact with a lot of Maharaj Sahib for, I'm not sure how many of you know, but I was fortunate enough, Maharaj Sahib Nishrichayama, I was able to do a lot of tops in here with the blessings of Muniswara Swami, Parshvana Swami, and Guru Bhagwan. When I was in touch with them, I've learned a lot more and I was able to connect with them. And this idea came up when I was talking to some of those Maharaj Sahib. Apna Maharaj Sahib, apna તારાના આપણે જે સ્કૂલના કે કોલેજના છોકરાઓ છે, when we are, at least I have been practicing it for my son that I had been doing for the last 7 years, where we have a guru for him and he is a pen a friend with him, where he is able to ask any questions that he has, and I think he gets a guidance from him. What that means is that it allows him to understand the question why, because I think what I strongly believe ke apni je young generation che, they are very 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 mature than us, because they have access to more information than what we had. So it is always for them, it is always a question why. sometimes as a parent, I cannot justify or answer that why. And that's where I feel that when a friend will help. So there are a lot of Mala Sahibs that I've been in touch with. They are open for this. What it means is that, typically a kid sends out one mail, which is a postal mail every month, and Mara Sahib responded them back with that. But then at the same time, they can also ask any abrupt questions that they have if they don't have to wait for that month and if they have a question. So typically, that's a communication that we can establish with a group of Mara Sahibs that I know in India, and the kids who may be interested in joining into that program. Because I think at the end of the day, આપણે આ ધરતી પર આવ્યા છે અને I think આ ધરતી પર આપણને બીજું બધું મળ્યું છે except Guru. And this is my opportunity, or at least a effort to bring that connection with Guru for the kids. I hope, Kiran bhai, that answers your question.
Thank you, Mir bhai.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mihir bhai. I think, yes, Milapai, Suresh bhai, I don't think we have any more questions or anything came.
On the YouTube chat, I see one of the member is typing the question. Maybe we can give him a minute to type.
Okay, fine, sure. And then Nitesh bhai, we would like to again, just explain a little bit about the election process like that, so that people are, there was questions coming in like that. It's just, on the other chat, like kind of things. Just wanted to make sure people are aware of it.
Actually, Mir has some questions. He's raising it. Let me put his spotlight to him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Mir, all yours.
I think I posted those questions already. Again, I know some of the answers because, I was part of some of the electronic votings that has been done. But I had met with some of the seniors, that has these questions. So instead of giving something which can be very generic answer to them, I think it is better that if election board can address into those questions, that will help them to really understand the process. Because I think in past, we also had, apart from the last election, I think we also had an opportunity to come and cast the vote on the center in both the location. But considering this is going to be completely online, they want to make sure or understand that, how typically the process works. So that's the reason that I just have to the question. The first question that I put it in is for the database that you have received from the membership team. And I'm sure that you already have started using that database for communication. Is there any bounce back that you've seen, or any of the members who doesn't have associated email IDs to that? So is there any process that you follow on your end to validate that from the data that you get from membership?
Yeah, I can respond to that. So, just I'll give you general process we went through the process in the beginning, but I'll review it again. So election starts tomorrow at 5 p.m. So an email will go out from the election runner to...
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
So you have not, my question is that in that case, you have not used the database that you've received so far for communication, right?
The database we have received from the membership department, that's a database we are using to generate the ballot in election runner. So all the registered email in that database for each of the member will be used to upload the voting information into the election runner. So we are using the database as a whatever cutoff date it is. And there are situations where few members do not have any email address registered with the JCNJ. So for those people, we request that they should contact membership@jcentrnj.org to get their email address updated and validated, so that the membership team can provide us that information and we can upload it to election runner. Okay. So the process will be...
Sorry, that's right. Because this is like a very important one, right? So yes. How will they know, right? For example, if they don't have an email, right? Registered email, how will they know that they have not received the ballot? Or, my question is still...
So question will be, so tomorrow when we start the election runner around 5 p.m., the email will be sent out from election runner to all the people who have registered their email addresses, right? So I told everyone that they should check their trash email or spam email to make sure that email has not gone into those boxes. If they still do not receive an email on the registered email address, then they can either send an email to eb@jcentrnj.org. I think these email addresses are also on the write-ups we have sent out. And if they have no email address registered at all, then they should contact the membership team first. And then membership team will update the email address, validate that, and send it information to us so that we can send a link to that email address.
I can add a little bit more to it like that. So this is a good question, and there was Apple when we wanted to do the electronic election. So that's where I know some of the trustees took care of, like, whatever members' email address we did not had on the database. They tried to reach out to them, whatever address they could get like that, they updated the database. As well as whenever we are seeing that there are some bouncing happens like that counting, we are informing them that, okay, there are we see otherwise like that there are some bounce, or if somebody reaches out to us directly that this is their new email address, we are informing them so that the things gets updated. So these are the steps taken so far. As well as we have put our posters in the Derasar, both the Derasars, so that people who are visiting and they are member, and if they are not receiving emails, they can always reach out to the membership of Jain Center, and they can include themselves. This is the only way we are communicating at this point of time, and this is we found like this is the most efficient like that, where we can take the things on timely manner, as well as we are getting the most answer without spending a lot of Derasar's money.
Perfect. And last thing is that, do you also keep a check on any bounce back? Is that something which election runner gives you any bounce back for the email that is not been delivered to the defined or registered email address for the Sun member?
So election runner, they do give you a bounce back, but the problem is the way they give it to you, it's give you individual messages. So last time in one of the previous election we did it, we had a couple of hundred email bounce back because the email address were either invalid, there was a spelling in the email address, there was extra space or something, some weird as email get bounced back. But it's not, they don't give you a one consolidated spreadsheet or document saying that all this email got bounced back. So we get the email that bounced back, but it's very difficult to keep a track of that to see which one got bounced back.
But that is going to be a problem then, because there's a good possibility if you're saying that about 100 of members doesn't really receive, for whatever reason. I'm not saying that
the reason probably because the members may not have their email address updated with the membership department. So there's, I don't know how do we even handle that, right? Because if the email is bounced back, then we have chasing every single member in the 2 weeks time frame. It's very, very difficult task or very, very time consuming task. So.
Yeah, but Meher Bhai, this is a good thing. We will try to see what we can do this time, and
and again, another thing is that we might need to create something which is more like a hotline. The only reason that I'm bringing this in, right, because now we are talking about the proxies voting and everything, right? All of this coming in electronically. If this is a base problem, if we cannot solve that, that's going to be a problem for the Jain Center in the long run. It's going to be a growing problem. Today it might be 100, tomorrow it will be. It's as we grow, and if we don't follow a right process. So
no, you're very much right. It's just the thing is that what we are saying is that whoever are new members, we are having most of their email addresses and things are very well. These are only the very old membership numbers. We see that with that the emails were not that relevant at that time. We can work on something like that. Again, I know membership has taken some tasks. They have put some posters in the database with QR code where people can read and reach out to them. So that things are going on. But yeah, this is definitely for us also. It was a concern. We did talk to existing governing body regarding this one, that whatever we don't have it, whatever they can do the best like that. So, but at this point of time, we felt like putting the posters in the Derasar with people can visit and they see like that. So they will get if they are not getting emails, like at least they will reach out to the right people in the membership and get those things done.
Perfect. And the last thing that I think I have a follow-up question to that in my previous chart, if you look at it, right, is that, I guess, again, just to make sure that and for the Sun members' benefit also, that there were about a couple of positions and then open positions, and then there are people which is contesting more. Like some of this are simple, like president, vice president is 2-2-2, right? So they have to select one. But for the BOT, where we have about 3 positions open and we have about 6 candidates who's contesting for, question is that is election runner is going to make sure that they're just selecting 3 or they can allow to select 4, how that process works, or if they select 4, is that something which is get void? So just want to understand that if
yeah. So election is set up, the ballot is set up such that if there's more than 1 position is available, it will. So let's, for example, in this case, the trustee, we have 6 candidates applied and we have only 3 opening. So it will let you select maximum up to 3 candidates. If you try to select the 4th one, it will pop up message says you cannot select unless you unselect someone else. So the checks are already in place. Similarly, with OMC, you can only select up to 11 checkbox. If you try to select 12th one, it will pop up message saying that you have to unselect something else before you can select the next one. For president, vice president, since because there are only 2 people, it will only let you do 1. And if you select something else, it automatically changes to the previous next one. So those checks are already in place.
Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you very much. I hope there is no more questions. And again,
There's one more question just came in.
Okay, fine, we can do it. But as one of our candidates said, I really respect that we want to start our function on time and finish on function, any kind of event on time like that. So let's adhere to that one. So maybe we have a couple of minutes. We can take a question, one more question. Sure, Suresh bhai, please go ahead.
It's from Kumar Shah for treasurer. What are your policy for outside vendors about payment and transparency?
Pauro bhai, you can answer that, and we have just a couple of minutes for that one. Sorry, Pauro bhai.
Absolutely. No, thanks. I believe this is Kumar Shah from our trustee, and he's been leading the sinkhole project. So Kumar Bhai, as you know very much, that the current policy as it stands is any project, small or big, is somebody takes a lead in the trustees, and then he looks out and gets all the vendors involved from the trustee areas and from people he know, and get the work, at least 3 quotes, and then we select the best one possibly. We discuss this in the committee meeting, and then we discuss and get that done. The project gets started, everybody approves it, and it's recorded in the minutes of meeting, and the project starts. One of the things which I envision going forward is reaching out to the broader Sangh for vendors. We have such a talented big Sangh, a lot of people in specialized areas. And if you can reach out to them, we might get a better work done or at a lower cost to the Sangh. And that is one of my visions, is just not deliberate it to the trustees or the OMC committees, but reach it out to a better Sangh to get things done as a vendor. The payment obviously is as per the terms decided, as per the contract assigned. The payments, the treasurer does the work of allocating the payment, but everything is, the decision is made in the committee of the trustees.
Thank you, Pauro bhai. I know we had 2 more people as a trustee candidate, but they are not here right now. So it's just that that's why the spotlight only come to you. I wish otherwise we could have given to everybody, all the 3 candidates. So I think saying that, I know if there is any more question, we'll have to stop things at this time. Thank you everyone for coming, and and thank you all the candidates, and wish you all the best. It's just it's good to see that we are having such a vibrant Sangh, and so many people are stepping into they want to do something for our Sangh like that. So it's really we are fortunate. I mean, we are definitely would have our prayer to our Parshvanath Bhagwan and Muniswar Swami. It's just we are having such a good Sangh. Thank you everyone. Anyone else?
We have to learn from you how to start on time and how to end from you. So it's a good inspiration and good beginning. I really admire that.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you, JCNJ.